So we're going to go ahead and get right back into it.
So what are we going to be seeing? Banned. Warwick getting banned away by illegal legends. And that's what they... Oh, no, that's
yeah. So Warwick was banned away, and...
Not a surprise. He was strong.
Yeah, he influenced the game very much, especially with that last couple of exchanges.
Yeah, he just wasn't able to die later on in late game. Zed, Morgana, and there's the Sivir getting taken away by illegal legends. They just did not have the best time against that hard engage that they faced. And I'm actually surprised to see the Swain getting banned away by their own... Like, they played the Swain last time.
Yeah.
And
I'm wondering if it's a takeaway from Ball King, because they were first pick last time, so they could have first picked it away, and hence since they don't have the first pick this time, why did they decide to ban it? So
that does make sense. But the thing is, they've left a lot of strong junglers available. Slam Jam, however, hovering over the Jarvan.
I would really like it to be a Sejuani. It seems like that would be a very high impact jungler, and especially with him not being so aggressive in that early game. Maybe it's just because he was playing Warwick. I don't know, but
going with the Sejuani
there's the Sejuani. I love seeing the big team fight.
I'm actually a little bit surprised to see the Sejuani. A lot of people are saying that Gragas is stronger than Sejuani right now after the nerf that she received to her ultimate. So seeing her on the pick list higher than the Gragas in Slam Jam's eyes, it's going to be interesting to see how he plays this one out. That does leave the Gragas up for anyone on the side of...
Yeah, Shinobi 143 could pick it again. Honestly, she is going to lock in the Ahri. But, I mean, the nerf was a little detrimental to her ult. However, I feel like it just made the okay Sejuani players mad and the great Sejuani players, okay. No, it really capitalized on your skill from the champion. It punishes
you a lot. It really does punish you a lot more.
Yeah, so
for missing
an
that.
indirect nerf to not maybe the champion, somewhat of the champion, but more of the skill of the player.
Yeah.
You can't get away with, I whiff the ult, but you still get a 99% slow.
Looks like as though Nodaba wants to be on that Janna again, but right now we have some picks coming out for the Purple Inhibitor team.
Yeah, and
Shinobi on the Vi and Poro Sushi on the Ahri.
Yeah, and I really like... So it looks like from what Purple Inhibitor Cares is choosing to do is look for a pick comp, and if they do decide to lock in that Annie, that's a lot of, Ahri Charm, Vi Assault and Battery, Annie Flash Tibbers, a lot of good pick potential on that team. However, I really like the choice of Crimson Cat to be on that Kalista. Crimson Cat carried the game last game. The whole reason they won was that he was able to get that pentakill at the very end to dissuade Purple Inhibitor Cares from winning the game.
And what's really funny about that was the fact that they effectively shut him down in lane phase.
They did.
But they didn't respect the fact that Jinx will scale into late game, and they left him alone in those mid-game fights where he was able to get a couple of kills. And they started stacking up.
Yeah.
To the point where he had 8 kills. He was the only one defending his base. They were tanking up the tower as well as trying to go for a needless kill onto Slamham. And then, they're all down to under half health, he just throws out a couple of auto attacks, crits, and he picks up a really easy pentakill.
Now, what I really like is the fact that they did choose, if you look at PIC's team, they have Vi, they have Annie, they have Sign, they have Ahri, they have a lot of tools to catch the Kalista. Kalista being one of those champions who's extremely hard to hit skill shots to get those things. Annie can flash Tibbers. Not a skill shot, essentially a skill shot that she can just flash Q, get an instant stun. Ahri can land her skill shot, but Vi can also just point click the Assault and Battery, follow up with the Annie, follow up with the Charm, follow up with the Scion ult even, and really lock her down. The Sejuani ult, if it hits and dissuades them from doing that, is going to be really good. But, okay, good. I was about to say, if Slam Sand on Jam locked in that Nasus, that's not going to be a lot of protection for their main carry Crimson Cat. I really like the going back to the Maokai pick.
Yeah. Yeah, like you said, Horosushi is mainly going to be waiting for a stun to come out from either CCO or Shinobi. They're just gonna have to wait for that guaranteed lockdown onto Crimson Cat to just do something and take him down.
Yeah,
as it is, there's a lot of ways. There's not a lot of guaranteed CC on the side of Purple Inhibitor Kaizen. Poro Akimata bringing out the Vayne, and in the tank meta, I was so surprised to see Vayne not see a lot of play. Yeah. She's a very risky.
She's a tank buster. She will melt tanks,
but she's very risky.
Yeah.
Against
I do feel like with the Sion front line and the Annie and the Vi, they have a lot of tools to somewhat create that big front line and a lot of CC to protect her. Mm-hmm. And it looks like she's keeping the clarity. If you think about it, all they really have for the CC is an Orianna ult, a Maokai Twisted Advance, and a Sejuani Ice Bola. Mm. If he cleanses out of, the Sejuani ult,
heal.
Yeah. But he switched to heal. Never mind then. Well,
what he might do is just CCO might just end up picking up Mikhail's, and then later on, Paro Akimata will be getting a QSS.
Yeah. But I really I'm excited for this game. Poro Akimata and Crimson Cat are known to be Crimson Cat definitely carried on the last game, but Poro Akimata is known to be the carry of this team. So this is definitely a battle of the 80 carries of Vayne versus Kalista, two of the most, high damage, high, skill-capped champions. It's very hard to position yourself with that Kalista and the Vayne, and I'm very curious to see how they are able to, make plays for their team to get themselves ahead. Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Yeah. So not anything too big. This is just a fun fact right there. Yeah. Vayne, there's nothing for Crimson Cat to dodge in that bottom lane. Every single one of Poro Akimata's skills are single target, and CCO, it's gonna be fairly difficult to miss the cone.
Yeah, the cone or just the point-click Q.
Mm-hmm. So he's gonna have to rely a lot on his just actual mechanics to survive in that lane.
Yeah. One thing to note, though, they won't have a massive tank line again. So these two teams are looking more like, the standard, tanky mid or tanky top, tanky jungler. Damage from their mid and AD carry and the support disengaging. Now, Uerdon, I don't know who wins in the scaling battle versus Maokai. I personally favor Sion just because of his passive. He infinitely gains health.
In terms of scaling, it depends on how you look at it. The thing is, early on, Maokai has the lead. Mainly because he'll be picking up AP, and he'll have the immediate damage to dual Sion. Mm-hmm. Once Sion gets a couple of points in Roar the Slayer, that's when he gets advantage in that lane. He'll be able to effectively clear the waves out and harass Maokai at the same time. So then it essentially becomes even, where trades can go in either one of theirs favor. We'll most likely be seeing jungle pressure if they really want to go for a kill, or if someone makes a mistake. When it comes to late game, they're just two big tanks that aren't going to be relevant in terms of damage.
I will disagree you on one point. Uerdon, because most players, because of his free health that he's gaining from his passive, will go with Thornmail. Crimson Cat, if he does go like a Rune on Hurricane, that's going to be a lot of damage reflected back at him. So I feel like the damage from him in that sense is going to be better than the Maokai's, per se. If
It
you understand
depends
what I'm
on. It does depend on what he ends up going. There's a lot of Callista builds roaming around right now.
Yeah, there's what the BT into Runeon's Hurricane. There's the Blade of the Rune King into a Phantom Dancer.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many different.
It really just does depend on
The player,
what your
yeah.
team plans on doing at that time.
All right, well,
You can actually hear right now. My voice is actually starting to give out.
okay, it's at best 2 out of 3. It's not a 3 out of 5 yet.
Oh, well, I'm not casting that. That's a live event.
Yeah.
That's a live event.
Yeah. So.
Seamus is just gonna like surprise me with a ticket to Virginia, and he's just
Hey,
like, "Yo,
buddy.
get over here. You get here tomorrow."
Yeah, we'll have to see. Yeah, so a couple of new skins coming out: Firefox Ari, Neon Strike Vi, Dragon Slayer Vayne. Frost Queen Jen are the only one on the other team, but I don't know.
It's okay.
Maybe since they have the skin advantage this time, they might correct some of the mistakes. I'm really hoping that both the teams are able to communicate better. Oh God, please no.
The profited pause.
No. Please. Yes, please. Time's up. Okay, he's just grabbing a charger. Thank God.
It's okay. Right now, level 1s, both
So,
top and mid laner have the
did we get to see
Doran's
what
ring.
Annie started with?
No, we don't.
No, Annie did not start anything.
It's most likely, not Frostfang, bleh. Bleh, what's it called? It's not Frostfang. It's not Frostqueen's Claim. It is
Oh, yeah.
the blue one. It's the blue one, guys.
We need to switch the game over to the overlay. So, good pause, guys. Thanks for giving me a chance real quick. Thank you, Spoobs. Shout out to poor Spoobly. To making sure I got the right overlay up.
These Poros Moobly Kappa Frankers out. Kappa Frankers cap. Well, there's the unpause. Coming into this game,
Welcome to
what
Summoner's
are we
Rift.
going to be seeing out of level 1s? No level 1s last game. Very little vision being put down by both teams. Poro Akimata does throw down the first ward of the game. So advantage to him.
Oh, let me get the teams in order.
Yeah, right now. No doubt about Crimson Cat just hanging around in that tri-buff bush. In terms of lanes, mid lane specifically, we may see a little bit of aggression against Bulking. They really don't want him to get fed again like last game. He really did set up a lot of fights for Crimson Cat.
Yeah, and I'm curious to see if Sam's Jam on your ham goes the same sort of jungle route where he just power farms till 6, gets the ult, and goes in. I'm curious though, CCO actually started with his Molten Shield. That's not going to provide a lot of pressure in lane other than auto attacks and being, I guess, a little tanky.
I'm gonna chalk that up to a misclick.
I don't know, maybe it's, I don't know, maybe
because-
he's just Korean and it's what they do. I don't know.
No. It's just it provides him absolutely no presence in the lane, and
Alright,
against the Jenna, who has very little presence early on, you're just giving up the lane.
Yeah, he could be providing so much pressure, throwing out constant Qs, getting stuns, getting a bunch of damage off, so not deciding to do that. It's a little bit of a misplay in my opinion, but it looks like Yordon did go for the level 2 cheese.
Yeah, you usually do that as Scion.
I'm a little
You do a
disappointed.
lot.
Knowing, like, Scion players, I wish they would have done some sort of, invade, get some early wards down, and maybe possibly get a first blood on him just attacking a minion camp and dying.
Yeah, it's not really prevalent in the amateur scene. Right now, there's level 2 gonna be hit by Crimson Cat and No Daba. They force away bottom lane, CCO and poor Akimata. Hit that level 2 for themselves, but they're not gonna be able to do too much. You're done. Roar the Slayer. He's level 3. That's a nice knockup.
Ooh, that's a good amount of damage. The shield coming out, some autos. Ugh.
Yeah, that's
Good amount of damage coming out.
Yeah, and with again, this is like so similar, except the champion has just been changed. Maokai, actually Slam Ham's back on that Maokai, but Jordan switching the Hecarim to the Scion. With the Flask, he's able to out-sustain Slam Ham. Later on, when Slam Ham gets a second Doran's Ring and a Ruby Crystal, that's when he's able to effectively duel the Hecarim. That was last game. Maybe we'll see something very similar this game as well. Another pause coming out. Unfortunately, hopefully they fix that fairly quickly. Surprised that Slam Jam actually didn't pick up any wards. Actually doesn't have too much gold for it. He actually opted to clear the first half of his jungle.
Okay, so
right now I actually see a lot of junglers going from
like
the initial starting, so it's Grompo or Krugs. Then they take their red or blue. Then they go on over to the second buff, and by then they can go back and pick up their jungle item as well as some wards.
Yeah, and I feel like this is just gonna go back and do the I'm just gonna power farm until I get my ultimate again. And I feel like that, thought, it's okay for Sejuani. I'm not, putting any downers on him. I'm saying, it's okay for Sejuani. You want to farm, you want to get that game-changing ult. However, she still can gank. And I would really like to see Slam Sam give some impact since, he's able to do so now. He doesn't have the Warwick where all you're useful is for your ult. But, I don't know, we'll get him on pause and see what he decides to do now.
Yeah. Shinobi has yet to go back, so we won't be seeing him anytime soon. And,
another pause.
Another pause
CCO.
coming out. That's unfortunate. Looks as though maybe an AFK. And I'm actually a little bit confused at Nodaba's line of play. I don't know if you saw that right there, but something that Kalista is like, something that's nice about Kalista is when her and her support attack the same person, they will deal extra damage to them. And the thing is, Nodaba, he had an opportunity to auto attack CCO, but he didn't take it. And
yeah, well, he
they're
controls.
missing
Give me
out.
a sec. Auto stop. Apparently, his controls are getting messed up. So a little, UVA honor code coming out saying, I'm having some problems. Stop attacking me first.
Well, that was before they did it.
Yeah, true. Looks like it's gotten. Oh,
Another pause. Ooh.
Okay, that's probably just to fix his. Yeah, he's probably just gonna reconnect real quick. That's fun. Oh, he can't use his skills, huh? Maybe that's why he started E. Interesting.
A summoner has disconnected.
Hopefully he comes back.
That's fine. We don't mind waiting for pauses like that, as long as we don't take another 20 minutes to do it.
So you mean like 24 minutes?
Well, 28 if we're mimicking the last game.
Well, I mean, we already used 5 minutes.
Ah, fair enough. This game, college internet, please fix yourself.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's okay. It happens. We'll just all move to Georgia Tech.
Yep. We'll just make our own college.
Where's that Georgia
College
Tech
Elite.
guy? There's like no one in chat today.
Oh well. We'll just start our own UVA,
A summoner has
Georgia Tech. What school are you from again?
Rutgers.
Rutgers, yeah. UVA, Rutgers, Georgia Tech, UVA school, League of Legends, all that kind of Alright.
We'll just like make our own school. Legal. We'll just make our own League of Legends school or esports school. League of Legends won't be around.
Yeah, esports. There we go. Anyways, back in the game. I'm curious, and it looks like Uarnon is gonna max his decimating strike.
What is CCO doing? That's a lot of auto harass that he's gonna be facing. Renda as well, forcing him away. His mouse, it looks as though his skills are fine, but his positioning was just god awful right there.
I'm hoping it doesn't turn into a problem. It's really bad to when you lose or play a game with that kind of, disadvantage. But yeah,
it would be unfortunate.
Yeah, I'm actually happy. So I was curious about this when he picked the Sun, if he was going to max Roar of the Slayer or Decimating Strike. It does look like he's going to max the Decimating Strike. Because of the nerf onto Roar of the Slayer, a lot of people have been maxing the Decimating Strike because it did get an AD buff.
Yeah, it did, so we'll have to see that come out from him.
Yeah, and I'm really liking what he's doing.
He's doing a pretty fine job in that lane. Like you said, yes, there. Nice Vault Breaker, no Daba forced the flash away. That was a really nice condemn as well, comboing with the Vault Breaker, locking up no Daba long enough. But right there, they actually didn't chain their CCs properly.
Yeah, they landed good CC. They just weren't in a position to move forward with them in the lane to make sure to keep the damage on. And
CCO, there was actually no follow-up from him at that time. They didn't coordinate that correctly. They could have waited for CCO.
And he got the premature stun onto the Janna, which allowed Vi to land the Q, which allowed the connect. So they did somewhat channel it the right way, but it looks like they'll get a second chance. As Vi's going for a turnaround.
I didn't notice the Annie actually stunned. So, guess that is correct.
The deep ward in the river will prevent another turnaround from the Vi. And it does look like Sejuani is just going to keep power farming. She is a level up on the Vi, but Uarnon is also a level up on Slam Sam on her Jam.
Yeah, level 6 is going to be hit, but he doesn't have the mana to fight the Maokai right now. Even missing the cannon minion.
That's not good.
Needs to be careful. I keep saying
It's okay. We don't discriminate for saying
ooh.
Just so you know, it's pronounced who's though.
Who's?
Yeah, UVA.
Well.
Anyways, so it looks like Uarnon's going to teleport back. A little miscommunication. Shinobi taking some farm from Uarnon. Coming up. I would have liked to see him maybe come through the lane at some point. I really like the lane ganks on Vi. It's very unpredictable, knowing that she, usually has to come through the jungle. And it looks like that's actually what Sejuani might be doing. She is 6 though, and they have no wards except for that one in the upper part of the brush. And if this ult lands, it's going to be absolutely terrible.
They're most likely waiting for the level 6 to be hit by Crimson Cat no Daba so they can follow up with the Fate's Call. Slam Jam. He's looking for something. This could be a really nice ultimate down onto CCO. He's walking very closely.
Yeah, it seems like they know something's up.
I think they're just playing defensively right now. They know that Crimson Cat and Nodaba are a little bit up in terms of experience. They're only halfway, and they're actually going to go for the fight. That's a nice CCO lockdown, knock up as well. Flashing away, but the exhaust onto him is not going to save him. First blood with the rend for Crimson Cat. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Charm, not going to land.
Yeah, and a really good play coming out from Slam Jam. It looks like the power farm did pay off for him, getting that level 6, sneaking into lane. The face call actually coming out.
Yeah, that's a knockup down onto Port Akimata. The rend is going to be stacking up, and another kill onto Crimson Cat. That is just not well played by
kill
Poro.
was traded in the mid lane. Poro actually soloing Ball King 10 in the mid lane. I would have liked to see him maybe push out that lane a little more, knowing that Sejuani just backed, but I can understand a little hesitation there.
Purple inhibitor cares. Need to be careful.
Yeah, and that's 2 kills on a Callista. Once a Callista gets rolling, it's very hard to stop her. I'm curious to see how Crimson Cat is going to build her if he's going to go for the Bloodthirster. He's actually just going to straight up buy the Ruin Hands. That's gonna be a lot of lane pressure. Getting all those auto attacks and rents up. He's gonna be.
Is that a 1-buy Runin?
That is a insta buy.
That is gonna be really difficult.
Yeah, he did get the first blood and yet another kill on top of that. Slam Jam on your hand, clearing out this pink ward. It looks like they might set up for Dragon.
Not only is this going to give him a lot more teamfight pressure and skirmish pressure, but it's also going to push that lane so quickly in their favor. Poor Akimata is going to have a very difficult time farming this up. Look at that wave. It's just going to be melted through by Crimson Cat. It's that top lane. A little bit of a trade going down. Crimson Cat actually condemned away.
Yeah, but that wave flare is just coming out. The Vi is going to be spotted, or at least pinged out. But it doesn't look like much else. I really wish they would, you know, have Orianna push out the wave, have Crimson Cat push out the wave. You know, let Sion know that teleport coming up.
That was just so satisfying. My camera was looking at Crimson Cat right there, and I just saw the satisfying Ren effectively cleaning up that wave.
Just caster things.
Just caster. Well, there's Yurdon.
Up in the top end.
Gets that knockup down onto Slamham. He's not really able to win that trade out, or the Slayer hitting no one right there.
Yeah, and actually Slam Jam on Drum is out trading Yurdon.
And that's coming from the Catalyst. The longer they stay in that lane, the more charges he's going to be using. Eventually, he's going to be use through all three of them. And Slamham with the Catalyst, he's just gonna heal up on health and mana like he's doing right now. Not really too much he can actually do in that lane. He's in threat of being dived on. There's the Maokai flashing going in, and actually another flash going out from Yurdon. What is Slamham doing? He finally uses the Twisted Advance. Yurdon will end up falling, but can Slamham escape? Pops his ultimate. One last auto attack. The slow is too much.
And it looks like they're gonna start this dragon.
Yeah.
Very gutsy move coming out.
The CCO.
Vi is level 6. They could turn on this.
Oh,
ultimate
there it
pop
is.
From poor Akimata.
It's gonna be going down onto Nodaba. Instead, their sides have just been divided right there. Crimson Cat finally stunned up. That's a huge assault and battery onto Crimson Cat. Fate's Call will keep him alive. There's a Monsoon as well. Poor Akimata walking a little bit too close. He has the exhaust down onto him.
Yeah, Orianna is in the fight now. The Ren's gonna kill
a
her.
nice Ren taking down CCO. Here comes Yurdon. He doesn't have his unstoppable onslaught, however, so they will not be able to go back in, and I think that was just a needless teleport.
Yeah, that was a waste of a teleport. Without the ult to, you know, catch up to Crimson Cat or do anything to, you know, turn the fight, you know, maybe if the teleport was to a ward behind them, it would have done something, but that was just a summoner spell down for no reason.
Right now. Vault Breaker going to be channeled, but it's not going to connect. He's out of mana as well, so they will not be able to go in. Not a lot of action in the mid lane. That was just a 1v1 in terms of kills being traded. Yurdon back there to fight Slamham. He's down in levels, and that's a nice Twisted Advance. Putting a bit of damage. He will be able to heal up with the Catalyst.
Yeah, and we have to note, Callista is 3-0 at this point, has the VF sword, has a run on Shuriken. She's going to be doing insane amounts of damage. They did give up the dragon. However, what I'd really like to see is them hard push out this lane. You know, your Callista is fed. Use her. Push out the lane, take the tower, rotate to another lane, take the tower, wait for that next dragon, take the dragon, and just keep snowballing your advantage in that sort of fashion to keep your team ahead in gold, since you have that fed AD carry.
BF Sword in her inventory as well, so most likely an Infinity Edge, or maybe even a BT. We'll have to see what does come out. Rune on Turricane does usually mean Bloodthirster. We don't know. Crimson Cat could go
whatever he wants. He's
he can go Mercurial Scepter for all we care.
That might actually be a good buy, though.
We'll have to see. not a lot of sustained lockdown, so it might not be completely worth it.
A little draining. Fort Sushi is a level up on Bulking. They are even in gold in CS. Just that one kill is creating that experience differential.
Yeah, but however, we just saw Poro Sushi. His health did get chunked a little bit by the dissonance. Nice
flash timbers landing on a Crimson Cat.
They're not gonna follow up with anything though. Poor Akimata just going to have to let that go, and CCO definitely not happy that just happened. Oh, what are you doing? That's gonna be 50 gold on over to Callista.
Yeah, Vi is making down. The tower does go down. Shinobi looked like he wanted to try and use that assault and battery to get, or the vault breaker to get that assault and battery in, but just out of range. And with that bottom lane tower down, I'm curious to see if they're actually going to start doing rotations to try and take that mid tower to help out their Orianna.
Crimson Cat stopping the back of poor Akimata, Nodaba and CCO fighting over some
vision. Oh, good.
In the mid lane, though, Shockwave down at the Poro Sushi. He does use his ultimate to just run around, but
Oh my god.
I don't think the ultimate, I don't think the glitch original.
He did not get an assist for that. I was solo 1v1. I out just LCS plays.
And meanwhile, Yurdon pops his unstoppable onslaught, but it's just going to be sidestepped by Yurdon. Now Slam Ham going in. Actually, Yurdon used the unstoppable onslaught, sidestepped by Slam Ham. Meanwhile, Slam Jam and Nodaba pushing that mid lane. Shinobi just going to be knocking up the Sejuani.
Yeah, with the Cinder Hulk enchantment, he's just going to draw a tower or aggro very quickly. So.
Yeah.
With the bot lane down, they're putting pressure on that mid. Top is already winning. They have, the hand to be able to play this out and create those advantages to win the game. Right now, what Purple Inhibitor Cares needs to do is rely on Poro Sushi to somewhat make more plays. He does have the one solo kill, but they really just need to farm, get some wards up, and start controlling this game a little bit better than they have. Yeah. Poro Sushi just pushing out this mid lane. Balking's gonna farm it up, and I really like...
Nodaba and Crimson Cat, though, they see Shinobi take those ground. They force him away. For now, he wasn't able to finish that up. Other than that, though, not a lot. Oh, what is CCO doing, though?
Oh, that's a lot of damage.
Yeah, that is.
And I feel like, and looking at the top lane now,
yeah,
Cyan decided to go for a Warmogs.
Yeah, he's really gonna embrace that. He's really just embracing that the fatness of Cyan.
I don't really like that item on him at this stage of the game. In the early game, build for your lane. Get a Banshees, get a Spectre Scowl, get a, whatever else. Magic Resist.
And as it is, he cannot fight this Maokai right now. He is just walking over the dead man.
Yep, and all he's doing, he has the Balmy Cinder. He's probably going to turn that into a Sunfire Cape. And that's all magic damage. If he would have gone...
Meanwhile, Dragon has been started by this Callista, and a lot of Ren stacks onto it can allow him to take it very quickly.
Use your ult.
What they do? They're just letting this go. Dragon did not actually reset, but all the Ren stacks are gone. Now Shinobi, that's a nice ultimate by Slam Jam, but it's not enough. I said nice ultimate, but it wasn't really that nice. Meanwhile, there's a knockup. They're going to be able to secure that Dragon. Teleport coming out from Sion, but it's too late. The Dragon's done, and it's going to be canceled anyways. Now Poro Sushi, exhaust down onto him. He's going to back away for now. And teleport completed by Slam Ham. This is going to be a fight. Shinobi goes down to Ball King. Poro Sushi and Poro Akimata both backing away. This is going to be a 2-0 in favor of a League of Legends.
And they do have a minion wave coming up. Slam Jam under Ham trying to push it so they can take that tower. Yurdon in this top lane looks like he's going to be able to take the tower for himself. But, I think, it was 1 kill, a dragon, and possibly another bot lane tower. Not worth. Yurdon really needed to use his unstoppable, I think unstoppable onslaught is what it's called, to stop the teleport coming in from the Maokai and, make it an even 4-on-4 instead of a 4v5.
Yeah, Yurdon get something out of this. But his team is a little bit behind right now. They really do need to get some gold income at this point. Right now, Yurdon going in. He cannot fight. Slam ham on your jam. Backing away. Meanwhile, Crimson Cat actually finding CCO. Couple of auto attacks. They're gonna force him away. There's Tasman essentially gonna be used as well. They do get the Zephyr for the slow. CCO is gonna fall very quickly. Now Crimson Cat setting his sights down to Power
Fate's call coming out.
Fate's call. No knockup coming out. That's a flash from the Vayne, keeping him alive. But meanwhile, Balky caught out by the charm, and it's all in battery for the knockup as well. Shockwave not gonna be hitting anyone. That's gonna be a quick 2v1 kill going over onto
Yeah, and a good play, and that's exactly what they need to do. Make small little plays, small little movements around the map to try and gain advantage, but it looks like they're going to give this bottom tier 2 away for free. No one's there to defend it. Yordon doesn't have teleport, and that's going to go down.
They're going to try and take that middle tower as well, but they're about to lose an inhibitor tower. There's only Sion, Vayne, and Annie to defend this with no ultimate from Annie. No luck down for Crimson Cat. There's the assault.
Into the wall.
He walks straight into a wall. Crimson Cat putting a lot of auto attacks out of the CCO. This could be the red. Taking the kill. That's exactly what happens. Crimson Cat going insane. Now Slam Jam joining the fight. He's going in with the Arctic Assault, but he's the front line. That's all they need to do.
Yeah, and Crimson Cat is 5-0 now.
Yeah, sure. Poro, Sushi, and Shinobi, they take that mid lane second tier tower, and they defend that. Whoever was left was able to defend that bottom lane inhibitor tower, but what did they really gain out of that? They got some gold, but another kill onto Crimson Cat is not what they need.
Although it looks like he might become caught out now. The righteous glory was popped. They decided not to go in on it. Yordon's actually a level down on Slam Jam on your jam. Oh, and the mid tower actually goes down.
Yeah, that was just minions. It was gonna go down eventually. Right, so now.
A little trading in the top lane.
Yeah.
Nothing too exciting.
It's just a wet noodle fight at this point.
It's just who runs out of mana first.
Yeah, Yurdon though actually not able to duel Slam Ham.
So excited.
Forced away. That's a knockup.
You're getting
this is gonna be a while. If they were to just trade to death, it would take about a minute. It would take about a minute.
I do like this move though. Yordon needs to catch up with his team. They have 2 more people up to try and kill this Maokai. I don't think he's gonna be seen, but I don't know. I feel like that could have been an easy pickoff and something that they needed to, create more gold for their team. Unfortunately, they don't decide to do it. Portasushi is at the point where he can almost one-shot the wave with his Orb of Deception and keep them from sieging onto that tower.
And the Luden's Echo is really gonna help out with the wave clear. Yordon though isn't in a position to help his team. He's in his base. He's gonna be healing up.
He does have teleport and he does have his Unstoppable Onslaught available.
Mm-hmm.
So he can essentially get to lane that way. However, he's just not at a point where he's tanky enough.
He has a Thornmail now.
He does have the Thornmail though. I really like that buy, especially with the Kalista not having a Blade of the Rune King to do that percentage health damage.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a very, if they decide to teamfight at this point, he's able to zone Crimson Cat off of the rest of their team. It's going to be a very good situation for them.
Yeah, right now Crimson Cat should be making his way to that bottom lane. He'll be able to clear out that bottom wave. Dragon will be up in 40 seconds.
Yeah, and that's a big wave down there. He's already sitting on 900 gold.
Notice though, a lot of vision coverage by League of Legends in that Barren River area. They're gonna be able to take it, but look at this. Triple Inhibitor cares. They don't care. They can let them they're saying, hey, take the dragon for all we care. We're gonna take your inhibitor tower, and that's exactly what they're doing. In League of Legends, they're in no position to try and defend this. There's only 3 members there, and Kalista is not one of them. They're gonna force them away. They effectively defend that inhibitor tower, but they've lost their position in the dragon area. They've effectively given up.
No, I do
their
like that they
advantage.
have those pink cores around it. Maokai is... Okay, so Jordan's going to teleport top lane to try and save that tower.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know about... That tower's going to go down either way. I feel like he should have stayed down, and this is why Slam Jam Underhand engaging on
Caught,
CCO.
he's flashing away, but he'll be able to survive right now. No, Dab actually caught out by the charm, but Crimson Cat wants this fight.
Jordan actually solos out.
Yeah, he actually does it going down, balking as well, picks up that kill. The Rend does not do enough damage because the heal was used. But what Crimson Cat, he just needs that one last auto attack. There's the dissonance, and the spear will connect. No Rend, and he actually does get caught out by the charm. He's gonna be shut down. Kill going over onto Poro Sushi. A little bit greedy, and this is so similar to last game. This is so similar to last game, where one team gets so greedy that they throw their lead.
Yeah, they are probably still going to be able to take care of this dragon, so it's not too much of a loss, but just an unnecessary shutdown going over to Ari, who's now going to have the Morella Nomicon on top of that Luden's Echo. That's going to be a lot of AP damage coming out, and they don't even have a Locket there yet. Ari's Orb of Deception and her ult, all her skills are going to be able to hit multiple people. Except for her charm, she's going to be doing a lot of damage in these team fights if it comes to them, and with basically no magic resistance coming out, she's going to have almost true damage coming out for almost every single one of her abilities.
So right now, second dragon going over to Illegal Legends. They're up in kills by a lot, about 4,600 gold lead. And a bit of a death bush. The Sentinel will spot them out, but no double. Sidestepping the charm as well. Knockup is going to be used. Talisman Ascension to get him away, but they've left Crimson Cat alone. They're going to try and focus down CCO. He's locked down, but a one-man Glacial Prison. I don't know if that was worth it. No Daba picking up the kill.
It is a little somewhat worth. It is a kill. It's a gold. It's demoralization. Sion used his ult for some reason.
Yeah, I think he's overestimating his own damage.
Yeah.
Slamham, despite being at half health, he didn't really fight Yurdan right there. Meanwhile, Porakimata flashing away from the Sejuani. No lockdown was coming out from her. Arctic Assault was already used, so a little bit scared by him.
Yeah, and that's gonna be a Summoner Skull down for poor Akimata. He does have really good mobility with that tumble. Oh, little Invaderino coming out, smites away the Raptors.
Yeah, Shinobi will just be able to Vault Breaker away. And now Maokai, he's actually in a spot out CCO going down onto that.
I don't think he should be there though. He's a little too split from his team. They might get some free damage on the tower, but the engage coming out. Slam Jam is going to be tanking that tower.
That tower is nowhere near dying. This is not the opportunity for them to fight. That's the Talisman Ascension going to be popped by No Daba to get his team away from that really bad position they set themselves up in. And there's the Righteous Glory as well, used by Shinobi. He's looking for it. Assault and Balking. They're going to collapse immediately after Shinobi. Balking used to knock them all away. Balking, though, digging very low. Here's Porakimata. He's effectively untouched, but he's not able to get any auto attacks off, and he is going to be taken down. Balking still alive after all this, and now Yurdan, he's trying to get something, but he has all those spears into him. When will Callista rip them all out? No, they just disappear into a ghostly wisp. But that doesn't matter. 4 kills going over on to League of Legends. They pick up a whopping total of 0.
And Jordan's just going to ult away. Maokai's not going to be able to get there in time, but that's going to be a mid-tier 2 tower down for the League of Legends. And they have to do something. Shinobi isn't tanky enough at this point to be able to just assault and battery onto Crimson Cat or Balking. As soon as he did that, he was instantly bursted down by Crimson Cat, by Balking's what's it called? Command Shockwave, and just 0 to 1, 100 to 0 right then and there in less than a second. He did get onto him, but his team wasn't close enough to follow up.
And notice how Yurdan didn't ultimate in that fight. He had his ultimate available to escape, but when the entirety of League of Legends was grouped together to try and kill Shinobi, Yurden just wasn't following up on that. And that could have
I think his ult was still on cooldown because he used it in the top lane before.
Possibly,
but yeah, again, a big misplay on their part, going too ham on a team who has people who go ham.
Going ham on a team that's so far ahead, close to 10,000 gold, getting there, 600 gold off.
Yeah, so
you really don't look for those kind of fights.
Yeah, and a quick pause coming out for Akimata.
There's the Merc Scepter that we were talking about. He does end up picking that up.
Yeah, and so now they have two forms. So Callista is going to be able to fend for herself, essentially. Assault and Battery comes out, Mercurial Scimitar herself, and she's fine. That leaves Nodaba for... sorry, let me get my thoughts. That leaves Nodaba to be able to use that Mikhail's Crucible onto Ball King, which is really the only two targets that Shinobi 143 is going to use that Assault and Battery on. And essentially it's going to be a wasted vial. A lot of their engage depends on that, Vi picking out the solo person on their team, bursting him down, and leaving the rest of the team to, fight amongst themselves and destroy their carries, because Slam Jam on your Jam is going to do some damage, Nodab is going to do no damage, and Slam Jam on your Ham is just a big tank. If they can get onto those carries and burst them down, their team fight is done. However, they're not going to be able to do that now that they have two essential QSSs on their team. So, it's going to be very rough for them to try and claw their way back into this game. If you look at the CS, Callista not only is ahead in kills, but is substantially ahead in CS. Almost looks like, let's just call it 60 CS ahead of poor Akimata, giving her essentially 2 items on her. That is just ridiculous amount of damage, and the difference in damage coming out from both AD carries.
So right now, I believe they have about 10 minutes. I don't know if this is actually... Was Purple Inhibitors the same team that... They were the ones that have been pausing this entire game.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably just a quick DC. It looks like they've reconnected.
There he is.
So
he'll be getting back.
Yeah, so play's gonna resume. Little gathering in the mid lane. Again, they're very far behind. They're down a dragon. 10k gold difference essentially at this point. Shinobi 143 might get caught out.
Yeah, he's gonna flash away. They're not gonna go onto him immediately. But there it is.
Glacial Prison.
Glacial Prison is gonna be used, and he's trying to get away with CCO. You can't get away. They're just gonna take him down, and now with Annie down, they can effectively take anything they want. There's Slam Ham. 2 auto attacks, and they take that top lane tower. We already see Yurden trying to push that bottom lane, but he's not going to get too much out of it. The rest of the team has to defend the mid lane inhibitor.
Ooh, a lot of damage coming out from that Orb Deception.
Yeah, the Ahri can effectively delay this game out for as long as possible.
Oh, that might have been such a good time to use that Assault and Battery.
Mm-hmm.
Caught right outside the base. Their team was a little split up. They could have instantly gone a Crimson Tab, but
right
missed
now,
opportunity.
Right now, dragging up 30 seconds, and it doesn't look as though League of Legends will be able to effectively do anything.
Yeah. What I would like to see them, if they do have the timer on that dragon, they know that they're going to go for the dragon. Plain out. What I would like to see is them force a Baron. Force them to face check. They only have that one ward and the Ghost Sentinel scouting that area. Maybe if they could force a Baron and pick someone off, they would have an opportunity to somewhat claw their way back into the game.
Right now, there it is. Callista, let's see how much damage this friend does, actually. I'm waiting.
Over 9,000.
1,000. There it is. 986.
Jeez.
Roughly. Roughly
Shinobi's gonna
986.
do a run. Fate's Call coming
Fate's
out.
Call. That's the knockup as well. Monsoon could effectively be used, but they're just gonna use the Howling Gale. Another Ren. Yurden gonna have to run away from the wrath of Slam
Purple
Ham
Inhibitor
and
characters
Slam
just
Jam.
all split up right now.
These are just two tanks taking down the Scion. The Flash
Oh,
is gonna stop the
great
knockup.
play.
Nodama giving up his life for that right there. CCO, can he get anything? No, he can't. That's gonna be a quick 1v3 by Crimson Cat, picking up a 1 kill.
Yeah, the R
And
is...
with the... she even uses her ultimate as well, so now she can't even defend the mid lane without being close to dying. They're just gonna have to give it up. The inhibitors will end up going down. Crimson Cat just melting through that.
Yeah, and Crimson Cat is just so strong at this point, they have no way of dealing with her. She's jumping around. She has a QSS, so that gets rid of the Vi point click. And they just aren't having any response to it.
Ping's going down to the top lane. They're gonna clear that out before League of Legends will take advantage of it. But the main problem is they don't care about the top lane. They're hanging around Baron. They're looking to set up a pick, looking for a kill onto someone, and without any proper vision coverage, this could just end up being CCO dying.
CCO.
That's the
Good
flash. Shinobi actually could end up going down as well. The knockup is not going to hit onto him,
Shinobi's
but
just gonna accept her death.
yeah, nowhere for him to run. That's going to be 2 easy kills again onto League of Legends. They're just picking these kills over and over again due to the lack of vision coverage on the side of Purple Inhibitor pairs. This is Baron going down at half health already. Let's look at this rend one more time. 2,800, 2,000, and 1,100 damage from that rend.
It's more than a choke out hold.
That is insane. People always say that it should be nerfed, but really, if she's spending that much time attacking the one target instead of anything else, then
there's counterplay available.
there is counterplay, yeah.
But at this point, there's not much counterplay for a 917 Callista. Almost 300 farm with a QSS to disrupt any sort of CC.
And just picked up a Lost Sister.
Yeah, so...
This has just come down to the point of not if they end it, but when they end it.
Yeah, we're not going to see any miracle plays. It's 21-5. It's a 13k gold lead. Unless they have an ungodly stall where they stall it up to,
That or they just throw. Like Crimson Cat, just walking straight up to Scion, doesn't even care. Shinobi can't even fight the Callista right there. Just jumping around like a maniac. Picks up 1 kill, but the charm is gonna be there. Yurden is not the person that can fight the Callista. There's the rend. Nope, will not be able to get this kill. A couple more auto attacks will be used.
Just messing with them.
We're just going to push into. They're just gonna push into your base.
Yeah, Baron's up. They have a super
Slowly
wave
end the
push.
game. This is just like a knife in the side of Purple Inhibitors, and now League of Legends
just slowly sinking.
Exactly, and League of Legends now they're turning the knife. Now they're not even finishing their job. They're just turning the knife right now. That's a nice shockwave. 3 members caught out. They're not gonna be able to get up any kills out of that. Just the one. Crimson Cat with the Ren actually picks up another one. But the inhibitor is down. The Nexus is going to fall as well.
And
Callista does
GG.
end up dying, but it doesn't matter. League of Legends 2-0 against Purple Inhibitor Cares. They're going to be moving on to the finals, and I believe it's going to be tomorrow. We're going to be seeing a best of 3